Here we are going to learn the stacked bar chart. So to insert any chart into a Power BI desktop, just refer to visualizations pane, and under this visualization pane we have two sections. The first section is to add data to your visual, right? So to use any of these visuals, just click on that particular visual and that will be inserted to your Power BI desktop, right? So that will place the dummy of that visual into your system. Right now you will see y-axis, x-axis, legend and some more options here. So in these fields you have to just refer to your data set, whatever you have imported. I have used financials data set here, and I will be using the fields from this financials query. So uh, I will be just like similar to the previous chart, that is clustered bar chart. In this stacked bar chart we are going to use the similar fields. Country, first one is, so to select this, either you can drag and drop this field into the access, or just you can click on this checkbox and it will get inserted into your chart, right? So into the x-axis you can use multiple numeric plots, right? Example, here I have used sales. I can also use multiple things, just like I can also add profit to my x-axis. Just I need to select that particular field and drag and drop to my axis. So this way I can add multiple fields or I can choose single field. So the difference between clustered and stacked chart is, in clustered chart, for a single label we have multiple bars for a single label. For example, in my clustered bar chart, in the last tutorial we used sales and profit. So for sales and profit we have multiple bars, but in my stacked bar chart we have only the single bar, but the sections of these bars are divided for sales and profit. So if I add one more field into it, just like COGS, so one more field or one more section of that particular uh, field will be added to my bar, right? But if you enter that particular field into the clustered bar chart, then that will add a new bar into it, right? That way. So this is the basic difference between the clustered chart and the bar and the stacked chart. So here we can do the similar, all the similar formattings that we did for clustered chart. So to do the formattings, just refer to visualizations pane, and we are referring to second pane of that visualization pane, that is format your visual. So again we will see visual specific formatting and general formattings. So going forward with visual specific formatting, we can format our y-axis, right? Inside this we have multiple options for related to the text of this y-axis. We can change the font family here. We can update my font size. The minimum font size is 8 pixel, and we can increase it, right? And we can make it more bold, or we can make it italic as per our need and requirement. We can change the color of it, let's say this blue color, and we can increase the maximum width of these bar of this axis y axis labels, and we can decrease it as well. We can switch the x axis y axis position. So if we turn this toggle button on, then the axis will y axis will be switched to right. If it is turned off, then the y axis will be on left. If we go to title, we can change the title of our y-axis. That is, as of now it is country. Now we can change it by renaming it in the title text. Let's say I have entered countries. Now style only you can select, right? We have first one option only, that is show title only. We can change the font size. Similar way we can change the formatting of our text. Here we can change the font family. The minimum is 8 and maximum is, we can increase it. And this font is in pixel. We can make it more bold. We can change the color, let's say this orange color, right? We can change the layout of it. We can increase the width, or the sorry, the height of our maximum category labels, right? This way. And we can decrease it as well. The best practice is to keep the width, to keep the height of these bars and the space such that the space between these bars is the half of these bars, right? So we can decrease it. to make the half of the size here, space here under the x-axis, the same uh, formattings will be there, except minimum we can set the minimum to 1 or 0, whatever it is the requirement, and we can change it to maximum, right? And we, if we click on this reset to default option at the last of each formatting, then the default formatting will be applied to that particular formatting, right? If we click on invert range, as of now the 0 is starting from the left. If we toggle it on, then the 0 axis will be starting from the right. Okay, now the values, the similar formatting will be there. We can change the font family, we can increase the size of these x-axis labels, we can make it more bold, we can change the color, let's say this purple color, right? We can change the display units. Let's say Power BI has the default functionality to automatically detect the display unit as per our values into that field, so we can also change it. As of now it is automatically detected to million, but we can change it to none, then the original value will be displayed. Or we can change it to thousands, or we can change it to billions, as per your need. As of now I'm keeping to auto. We can change the title here of this x-axis. As of now it is sum of sales, sum of profit, and sum of cogs. We can change it like sales, profit, and cogs means cost of goods sold. We can change the style of this title of x-axis as well. So that is the title only, the unit only, or the both, title with the unit. We can change the font family as we have earlier did. Always there will be the 8 as the minimum value. We can make it more bold, we can change the color of it, let's say this blue color again. If you click on reset to default, then the formatting of this x-axis will be reset to default. The legends, by default it is on. Legends are these indications of the colors that we have used for sales, that is light blue color, dark blue color for profit, right? And for cogs it is orange color. So if you turn it off, then this legend indication will be turned off, right? It will be invisible. If you turn it on, then it will be visible. You can change the position of it. Let's say by default it is top left, you can keep it top center, or you can change it, let's say center right. Here it will display. So this way you can change the direction or the position of this. You can again change the text formatting. The same text formatting will be there. You can increase the size of it, make it more bold, and we can make change the color of this, let's say this blue color. And you can change, give the title here. As of now it is by default turned on, but no text is applied here. So if you turn it off, no effect will be there. If you turn it on, you can give the name of or the title of this legend. If you click on reset to default, then default formatting will be applied. Now you will see grid lines over here. Grid lines means the vertical or horizontal lines for to make it better understanding of the chart. If I show you the formatting by changing the color, by changing the style of it, you can custom solid, dashed, or dotted. So I am making it solid. If you see the vertical lines over here, these are the grid lines. You can increase the width of it, you can make it custom, right? In custom we have more options, so we can change it to custom will be dot and dashed mixed, and you can give the array of it, right? So scale by width, so it will be like more, you can customly design it, right? By default it is set to dashed. You can turn the zoom slider on. The zoom slider is this slider. If you increase or decrease it, then you can see the zoomed version of your chart. Zoom slider labels also you can turn on. By default it is turned off, right? You can also turn on the slider tooltip. So if you hover over it and increase the zoom in or zoom out size, then this slider will show you a tooltip. You can change to turn reset to default bars. these are the bars. You can apply the formatting of it. So in the bar there are three fields, so there will be three options along with the all option here. So checking on all, you can change the formatting for all the bars. Clicking on one particular thing, then you can change the formatting to one thing. So we can change the color here. As of now I have selected sales, so I can change the color over here for sales. Let's say this green color, pink color. We can increase the transparency of it, right? We can also give the border of it by turning it on, right? Now we can also change it the color of profit. So here I am giving something like this color. So this will be the profit color. You can change it, right? Again I am giving some purple color. So this way we can change. We can also change to all formatting. So the color will be by default specific to one section only, but you can increase the transparency for all the colors, right? You can give the border of all the sections. So by default color is this. If you turn the match bar color on, then the bar color will be only the color of the border. So if you turn it off, then you can give the border color here, just like this black color. You will see black outline outside these borders, right? And you can increase the width of this, right? For like for sales I have turned off this. So if I turn it on, then the border will be visible to all the sections, to all. I can just hi- hide the inner border, so that the border will be visible to all the outlines only. If you turn it off, then the inner border will also be visible, right? So this way we can change the border colors. You can change the layout of it as well, inverse order for inversing the areas of it. Let's say it will be first COGS, then profit, then sales. Originally it was like this. So you can also increase the space between categories, correct? Space between series you can also mention like this series के बीच में space will be increased, correct? Now ribbons, if you turn this ribbon on, then this kind of ribbon will be visible to you. You can change the same formatting for it as we have done for this border, right? I am turning it off. Data labels, if you turn it on, then the data labels will be visible in this particular chart, and you can change the options for it as well. For all I am changing the position is like inside, and you can see it at the last, right? You can change it to auto. It will automatically set it inside base, then it will be visible at the beginning, right? uh, Title, you can turn the title on for all these labels also, and you can change the same text formatting here for that label. I am turning it off. Values, if you turn this value off, then these label values will be disabled. If you turn it on, then this will be visible to you, and you can add more data. Let's say discount, then discount value will also be uh, visible or added to this value, right? I am closing it. The font family or font size we can also change here as per the width or height of it. We can change the color as well. Let's say this uh, yellow color, it is changed. You can change the display unit, let's say thousands, correct? This way you can change the decimal places. In the details section you can turn it on. It will show more detail if you change, add more values to it, right? And same formatting options are there. You can give the formatting here. Background, if you turn the background on, then the background to these labels will be added, right? If I show you like this transparency, if we have decreased it, and this background of this label is visible to you. If we go to layout, then this layout will be visible in multi-line or single line, right? This way we can do the formatting. Total labels, if you turn this total label on, then the total of these three values will be visible here, correct? for this sales, profit and COGS, right? Same formatting options we have. We can do the formatting here. Let's say for unit or the decimal places, we can split the positive and negative values as well. Background, we can also change the background of this total labels here, right? This way. And we can give the plot area background, the background to this chart in the form of image we can set, correct. And we can use this fit options to make it fit into our uh, graph, right? You can click on reset to default to make it the default formatting. In the general formatting, you can change the size of this graph. Let's say I am changing the height to 700, it will be increased. We can decrease the width, let's say 650, the width will be decreased. The position, you can also change the position. Let's say from vertical I am giving it 20, then it will give the 20 pixel space from the top. You can change the padding. Padding means the border and the uh, title space between these two things. You can give it, let's say, 10 pixel, then it will leave the space of 10 pixel between the border and the title of the space graph, right? You can change the title over here. Let's say I am changing it or renaming it, correct. You can change the heading style, you can change the font specific formattings here and increase the size of it. You can make it more bold. You can change the text color, right? And you can give the background color here. You can give the subtitle, then a subtitle will be added. And you can give the same formatting options over here. In the divider, if you turn it on, then a space with a separator line will be added here between the title and the graph. If you increase change the color to the darker color and increase the width here of this space, and you can give the line style as dashed or dotted. By default it is solid. Then for effects, then the background color is on and this color is white. You can give the for background color as any of the color of your choice, right? Let's say I'm giving it to light blue color. And we can increase the transparency. To the visual border, you can turn it on to add a border to this chart. The border will be added for 1 pixel width and the sharp corners. To make it rounded corners and increase the width of it, again go to effects, then visual border. Then you can give the rounded corners here and this way. And you can increase the width of this border, right? Again the effects and visual border, and you can increase the width of this border. And you can also change the color of it, right? You can turn the shadow on. The shadow will be added to this border, right? You can change the color, let's say this brown color, it will be added. And you can change the position, top left or bottom, or whatever particular you can give. You can change the offset to outside or inside. Then data formats, we have sales, profit and COGS. So you can give the format here. For example, first is country. The country will be text only. The sales will be in the currency format. Then you can choose currency. And you can choose the currency format to any of the format you want, right? Just like Chinese or US, UK currency. Then we have more currencies over here. You can choose for that currency. Let's say euro, right? So whatever is the country's data to you, then you can change that particular format for that value, right? Decimal separator is the comma value. Commas we can see inside the values. This is 1000 separator. Same formatting we can apply to profit, like currency. And format of the currency is US. You can change the decimal places here. So this way we can change the values. You can do the same formatting to COGS as well. The header icons, these are the header icons, you can see, right? So these icons are always visible to Power BI desktop. If you turn it on as well, then also it will be visible in Power BI desktop, but this configuration is for Power BI service. If you turn this off, then these options will not be visible to you in Power BI service, but you turn it on, then these will be visible and you can format it. Let's say background color is this, border color is this one, right? Icon color we can give to white. We can increase the transparency. We can choose the icons, whatever icons we need to place. So these are different icons with different functionalities, so you can turn it on or you can turn it off. Tooltip is the additional information we see if we hover over these bars, right? So you can change the formatting of this as well by going to text. The same formatting, text formattings we will be having, right? Label and value color we have changed, correct? We can also change the background color over here for this tooltip, right? You can give the alt text here. If your chart is not loaded into your Power BI service due to your internet connection, then this alternate text will be visible. Whatever alternate text you give here, that will be visible.